Welcome back. It might not be good for my chess development to just play low-rated bots or even high-rated bots because it's not the same as when I'm playing humans. But I did notice that there are 5 new bots over on chess.com, and I'm just going to start playing them. These are Women's History Month bots. Please don't be one of those people that comments, "Why is there no Men's History Month?" Because you know who you are. Don't do that. That's ridiculous. Right now we have Jane Goodall, which is rated 700, and Jane is from the United Kingdom. I don't know if Jane Goodall is still alive, but it says she is a distinguished primatologist and conservationist from Britain. She has devoted more than 6 decades to trailblazing studies of chimpanzees in Tanzania, which is a place. All right. She's the one that studies gorillas, right? Okay, I think we've all heard of Miss Goodall. I'm going to choose that bot. I'm going to let the computer choose the colors, and I'm going to click play. That seemed louder than usual. Okay. Oh, she's telling me stuff about animals. Okay, this is the ready opening, I think. It's, to prevent black from playing e5 here, but I can play d5, or I can just match it with the knight to f6, right? Why don't I just play d5? I think I'm comfortable with that. All right, is this the English? It's like the English as if I had played this instead and then they got the knight out? I don't know. Oh no, it says it's the ready gambit. I should have just looked at the screen. I don't think I'm supposed to take that pawn. I could support it. I could move forward. Why don't I move forward? Let's see what happens if I do that. Oh, well, that's what happens. All right. I think that's to prevent me from playing here. I'm not sure what to do about all of that. I think I'm going to get my other knight out. Ready gambit declined, it says. I'm willing to trade my center pawn for a center pawn, I think. I wasn't willing to trade it for this flank pawn, but I'm just going to go ahead and take that pawn. And if they take, okay, they took back with the king pawn, which I don't think is great because it leaves this king open here. Now that pawn could still block any checks if I had a piece that could check over there. But I think I can pin this knight now. Let's do that. Again, don't know if this is good. It's a completely unfamiliar opening. Okay. Well, every low-rated bot and some of the higher-rated or medium-rated bots have a place at which they blunder and just give you the game if you're paying attention. And this bot just gave me the queen. I don't think I have a downside to taking it, so I'm going to take it. Sometimes there is a downside. I don't think there was a downside here. The king now has lost the right to castle. I'm going to put this pawn on e5 so I can get this dark squared bishop out and castle, which will get my other rook out as well. This pawn is under attack. I want to put this bishop here to defend that pawn. However, I think if I put that bishop there, this pawn will advance in order to attack my bishop. So what I'm going to do is trade a pawn for a pawn. I'm going to do my original idea of taking that pawn, and I'll be okay if they take mine. I think that's how this will play out. They did not take that pawn. Okay, well, I'm just going to advance that pawn then. Attack the knight. It went in there. Now I can castle. And I don't probably need to castle in a sense that I normally do to keep my king safe because their queen is gone, but it gets this rook out into the action. I could get the rook out by moving that pawn out of the way, but I think this is the fastest, easiest way to get the rook out. And then, okay, that bishop is probably in a decent place. If this knight moves, where would the knight move? Like here, but then I would just take it. And then if they took that, I would take. I need to penetrate this position somehow. It would be great if I could get a knight right in there, maybe, guarded by this pawn. Can I get this knight there? It'll take 3 moves, but why not try that? Let's see if we can get that knight in there. Okay, now they're opening this up, but that knight is protected by the queen. So I'm going to go ahead and with my plan of putting this knight in there on d3. The idea here is to blockade these 2 pawns, but also if they take, I can take. And it will threaten that bishop. That's the other thing. So I'm going to do that. Well, I'm going to save this bishop with a check. I'm going to take their bishop with check, I think is what I'm going to do. Okay, I was worried that the king was going to move closer to the knight, and then in that case, I wasn't sure how I was going to get out of it. But it didn't move closer to the knight. And now I can check here if I wanted to. But then when the king moves out of check, which I think it would have to go to one of those 2 squares, that bishop would be pointed right at my queen. So that wouldn't be good. So let's, you know what, why don't I just put the knight back? I've got their bishop for free, so I'm not that worried about them taking mine. Or, since the knight is safe for the moment, should I take another piece out with the bishop. Well, I've got it there. Let's just do that. I was going to lose the bishop anyway. Let's give it up for that. Now I feel more comfortable checking here now, because if the king moves out of check that way, I would take the knight. And if the king moved out of check that way, I could take this pawn, I think. So I'm going to check here. Oh no, I can't take that pawn because of this other knight. I almost did that, but yeah, this knight is guarding that pawn. But I still have to be conscious of this bishop hitting here. I can't take the pawn and I can't take the knight or this pawn because of that bishop. Guess I could go here, but I'm not sure what that's. Oh, if I put my queen on c3, that's preparing to put my knight back in there. So I'm going to put my queen on c3, I think. See what the opponent does. Okay, they just pushed a pawn. I think I can check here. If they take with the bishop, which they might, then I can take with my queen. So let's do that. That also opened up an attack on the rook. So I'm going to take that rook. And then these pawns are, well, that knight moved. That knight was guarding this pawn, but it's not anymore. Wait, is that mate? That's checkmate, isn't it? Because that king can't go here or here because of my pawn. And my knight would be guarding that square down there on e1. And nothing else can attack that square. Wow, that was checkmate on move 20. So I feel pretty good about that. Hopefully the microphone was working, because last time I went to play a bot, the microphone didn't work. I'm still, yeah, you can tell I'm still traumatized by that. Okay. I don't think I did too badly, but I am going to click save game and just run the game review really quick before I end this video. Well, the game review has run and I'm very happy with the way that it turned out, because, can we hide my camera? Because as you can see in the right column, I had 0 inaccuracies, 0 mistakes, 0 misses, and 0 blunders. So I'm pretty happy with that. So I don't have anything to review. Thank you for watching. I'm going to play the next bot and the other bots in separate videos so that none of them take that long. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.